closet. Crazy, right? So I was like riding through downtown, you know. I wasn't really riding. I was, doing my thing. I was hustling, grinding. Mind you, all right, this is me. You never know people. And you can't judge. Like, it's non-judgmental because everybody's messing up. Everybody's messed up and everybody's messing up. Everybody's done dirt. Everybody trying to, some people got secrets, some people don't. Some people just let the world know everything. They be like, you know what, it's done. What's done is done. It's like with our government right now. All of the monsters in our closet just waiting to be faced. Like, I think that's what scares people so much. That's what puts people in a paranoid state. A lot of times they're always worried if somebody's watching them or if somebody's out to get them, type of shit, because past life events and traumatizing events that put you in a situation where now you gotta look over your shoulder, type of shit, and you like, why? Not to mention all of the monsters in our closet. It's gonna be another one of those facing the demons, your darkness. You know what I mean? It dawned on me, like, how subconsciously backwards evil could we actually be? Like, all right, so just imagine you're out late, you're walking. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you have a privilege when you got like a certain skin color that's, in this lifetime, but I'm gonna give you this scenario. You're out late, your phone goes dead, no hotel lets you charge, no gas station lets you stand up in front of it and charge. You ask them, yo, can I charge my phone so I can call a Lyft? And they're like, no, we don't have any plugs. Mm. So, you walk to, the local Walmart. That's 9 times out of 10, 24/7 for no reason, And, you know, it's not 24/7 anymore. It's actually closed. And all of the power ports have keys up on them. Now, people blame it's because the homeless people were like posted up or this, that, and the third. And yeah, that happens. But for the most part, I see something else. I see stinginess. I see greed. I see it at an all-time high. And I also see motivation towards innovation. Like, yo, by now, people should have already tapped into free energy anyway, somehow, to where you don't have to charge up your phone anywhere. You can just charge up your phone anywhere, because you got a portable charger type of shit. But it just forces an agenda that you have to spend money in order to survive in this world today. But what if all the money got gone? Like, not necessarily got gone, but what if it just switched its way? Like how people are like, oh, you need cash, but technically you don't. You don't realize already it's digital. It's all switched digital. They're gonna do it like under your nose, in your face, but if you blink, you're gonna miss the transaction. It's like, and a lot of people will be mad. They'll be upset about the shit. Like, I'm not prophesizing. I'm just telling you what's actually happening. Like, some people are afraid of crypto, but that's basically what America is kind of like leaning towards backing the money on, like a digital currency that kind of like never dissolves. Like, you have to do everything so precise, yet the physical, tangible items like gold, starting to skyrocket. And now you're getting ready to base your money off of gold, which is based or base backed off of crypto in some way. You got to pay attention to what's going on. It's about to not necessarily be a chip in your hand where you wave it in front of the computer, but we will be at a level to where there will be no paper money. I mean, it'll be there, but it'll be a relic of the past. It's coming. Mm. You got to read. Like, I remember I ran into somebody that told me they couldn't read, and I wanted to teach them how to read. I was like, damn, you should be able to read, bro. I want to teach you how to read because it's some things about to go down that if you read certain books, they kind of hide it in front of you, like what could possibly happen. Like, what is freedom to you people? What is it to be free to live your life It's your means. As long as you're not hurting anybody, what is it? Freedom to you people. The freedom to love how you want to love. The freedom to work how you want to work. The freedom to grind how you want to grind with equality. Where's that? Mm. You've been taught to judge and don't even realize you've been taught to judge. I see everybody out here just quoting the Bible and Edomites and Israelites and yada yada yada, but nobody's actually taking it in and actually keeping it and walking with it. Very few, the chosen ones. This ain't for you. This ain't for the chosen ones. The chosen ones know what's up. The chosen ones live in a high vibration, only chasing towards the ascension, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Hmm. So this new sun that they're like, there's a new sun in the atmosphere. It's not a new sun. It's the same sun. It's just growth. Growth. That's all we need is time to grow. But you gotta grow right. It's like you don't want to keep pissing on your flowers and expecting beautiful roses all the time. You're gonna get like, especially if your piss is like just uh, toxic. You've been drinking energy drinks and Pepsi and Kool-Aid and eating all types of unhealthy food, so you're not clean water. Look, I live in a country where they've been beating us since slavery, and then they try to erase it. You know, you try not to see it anyway. You try to look through it and see an equality for every man. But you know the first one to get thrown under the bus when it comes to it. And it's psychological programming. It's just there. It's some shit that you gotta unprogram. You gotta reprogram yourself to be like God. I walk through it. It's all the valley of the shadow of death to me. A bunch of judging eyes. People just judge you. Just judge. You know, you should not judge unless you're being judged. You know, humble. Fuck is humble. You can be humble and understand that it's only dimming your own light from your own greatness. Only humble yourself before God, giving the glory to Him. But myself, I humble myself before no man. Fuck all of that. I mean, being a gentleman is one thing, but not admitting to you I'm the best at doing this shit is a whole nother thing. It's just a whole nother vibe, a whole nother shut off. You guys still haven't let it stick in your head that the lights are only on for a split second. If you blink, you might miss the fireworks. This shit gets real. You ever just look up at all the people that just feel like they better than everybody for no reason? I'm talking about you should take notes from them. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of people forget what karma in full circle really is. And then they remember and they get scared. They're scared of consequences and repercussions. You know, you can't avoid God's wrath. No one can. You can't avoid His love. You can't avoid the peace, and you can't avoid the wrath. That means a full circle comes. You just don't know when it comes, but it comes. You know, I had like an awakening earlier today, and I was like, I do want to see some things. Like, it's more than just. It's an observation. It's like a who's keeping tally, but it's not like an eye for an eye. It's more like balance of God. And God is an act of the universe raising up against one to combat another. Cause and effect. Karma. Not saying that karma is God. I'm just saying You can't avoid karma. Only true atonement can ascend you beyond it. But you got to figure out what true atonement is. When it gets into it, it kind of looks like Edomites and, you know, Israelites. And you can make sense of it and be like, okay, I'm going through this because of this. You know, I'm facing this because of this. You know, but I want to see this come to fruition. Like, I want to see the fruit, you know. But it's dark. And we keep just making it darker. It's like I be wanting to focus on certain subjects a lot because community is important, you know. It's too easy we'll twist and tangle these words and we'll get it like misunderstood. And that's when the issues happen because through trauma, we're taught to be combative. You're bred for that shit. You don't understand. Like the moment you started being taught a specific way, it's like, I'll put it in perspective for you. So those chosen ones, they're teachers, right? Most people will be like, yeah, they were like a soul sit back, a messenger to let you know what's up. Like God sent them to show you something. And you'll mention people like Nicholas Tesla or Mansa Musa or, you know, the Pharaoh or Moses. You know, you'll take it upon yourself to be like maybe even, you know, Julius Caesar could have been one of the saints, or Hermes Trismegistus. A lot of people like to say Melchizedek or Melchizedek, however you want to pronounce it. You know, the Babaloas, you know, great wisdom and knowledge bearers, you know, the priests and priestesses, you know. But it's like that's what we all are. Like if you'll read the same book, I know a lot of Hebrew Israelites go back and quote this shit, but it was at one point where Moses prayed that all of the Israelites hear what he hears and that they all be prophets. And God actually granted that. He woke up one day and the rest of the Israelites were just seeing shit and prophesizing because that's what he wanted. Because he was like, yo, I can't take this. I can't. And that's the order of Melchizedek. You gotta understand, it's a title. High priest of God. The Levites were Melchizedeks, you know, or Melchizedeks. You know what I'm saying? It's like sacrificing something, you know, for everything. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. That's the everything. Once you understand how to utilize it, you know, it's energy. It's all energy. It's like pointless, but it has its purpose because we're here, we exist. We'll fuck it off, you know what I'm saying? And then we'll have to face our karmas. Hmm. You can consider a deluge a karma because at that time, man kind of didn't even possess the awareness to see what was coming, to brace themselves for it. Only in the time of Marduk or only in the time of Nimrod, if we want to get in to it, were men warriors and they dared to test the fates. You know, they built a great tower that was more than likely a space station, you know, one to reach the stars to make it easier. And, you know, probably in the events of another deluge, it was something to avoid catastrophic, you know, extinction, you know. Just one to say that they were tired of whatever tyranny was keeping them trapped here, you know. Now, if they knew and believed a way to get off, or a way to preserve, or a way to, you know, enact their own, you know, survival, you know, and edicts against whatever means, even up on, you know, the forgetfulness of mankind, you know, I can tell you it was more than just a curse of God that could tear people apart in times of valor. But all the stories won't be told, you know. They'll only have to be remembered. You guys forget your ancestors because we live life And that's what makes us zombies. That's what makes us dead. You know what I mean? You guys keep searching for Christ in an external manner and trying to connect and yeah. If you really want to just pull in and connect, you gotta find Christ in your heart and just keep it there. Keep him there. Keep him there. Keep the kingdom in your heart. Them commandments are not hard to follow. I mean, yeah, you gonna mess up, but to the least, if you actually try to keep them, you know, you might help yourself just a little bit. Might make it a little easier to choose to be happy, but then live in it. Don't just choose it. Fuck is a rework. You're your own rehab. There's certain things that we're doing that's toxic to ourselves. We gotta stop it. You know what I mean? Even the way we use social media, man, it's like crazy. I mean, I would just say discipline. Discipline. A higher discipline. You need to search for the kingdom every day within your heart. And once you find it, you keep it every day and live alive. You know what I mean? So in all actuality, I don't know what you guys are doing. I don't see any, anti-gravity devices. I don't, I'm definitely not on it. Well, I could technically just daydream or manifest myself to another planet and just, my body might be here, maybe, who knows? They say it's all a simulation. So, you know, I'm just saying, it's a higher level, but right now we're in this one. So I kind of like feel like if we could preserve it, I want to help, and I want you to want to help, and I want to just do it. Like it's a step up we gotta take, and it's all. I don't want to say it's all what it's all. You just gotta know and hear everything for what it's worth. Cause when you say too much, the message don't get out. You know, you gotta twist it 1 to 99% fate. What that one is in control of everybody's fate. And right now, the one ain't necessarily God. It's like something twisted and dark and demonic. It's like just demonic. Like I'm trying to figure that shit out myself. I've been hanging with my angels, and they just been telling me, "We got you. Just sit back and watch it." You know. But who really want to watch the world burn? You know, not me. It's like, where's Jesus or Superman at real quick? Cause we need him. We need him. I'm pretty sure, like within like this last second, something random happened. Like in this like probably check the news and I'll be like, what the fuck? Like, but I'm hoping that it doesn't. You know, I really like good news. You know, the best news would be like, we're drilling boreholes. And releasing pressure by the volcanoes, and starting to harness geothermal energy, and tapping in, and like people are just willing to do it. We're like volunteering to do it. Like, yo, we just like fuck it, let's help, let's get back to the roots, let's get back to earth so we can elevate and we can evolve. you know we can really ascend. you know It's scary though, when people are terrified of, like, you just imagine like the next level type living. Like, if we could just, get a hold of ourselves and grab ourselves in the moment of our conscience, awareness, and awakening, like right now in this moment, we could really just like fix everything. Like, you don't like, it's certain things that are done that are just done. But once you realize that, you cry about it, and then you smile at the fact that we're still here, and that's that possibility that we can just fix it. We can stop the things that we need to stop, and we can goddamn push the things that we need to push. you know Either way, look, check this out. A reset is coming. You got to ask yourself, how strong are you? Are you strong enough to just face the reset without, you know, or are you just gonna let someone else control the verdict? You know, like, what is freedom? Yeah. Live alive, right? I hope you're doing that. Just to make you guys think, man. It's all love. It's all love, even in the dark. You just gotta see the light. You know what I mean? Y'all take care, man.